Hey y'all, today we're gonna react to another Gear Dominizer video. This one is about the world of cancelled Mega Man games, so let's check it out.
In case you aren't aware, Mega Man is one of my favorite franchises. In fact, most of my channel is focused on
Oh yeah, and this music is a bit loud, so if y'all can hear him, I'll try
Mega Man
try
stuff.
to
All Mega Man games, and video games in general, can go through a bunch of development and publishing. Without these things, we wouldn't have any games releasing nowadays. Speaking of which, there are some games that have so much hard work.
We'll probably have Halo or Castlevania. What if we didn't have Spyro? Alright.
And care put into them that just end up getting scrapped in the end. The same can be applied to Mega Man games, as there is a ton of scrap Mega Man content, mostly in the toy 10s after Mega Man 10 release. Since there's so many cases of cancelled Mega Man games I could talk about, I'm handpicking 5 games to talk about in this video that piqued my interest the most. So without further ado, let's get this thing started. To kick things off, we have the 4th installment in the Mega Man Star Force franchise. In case you don't know what Mega Man Star Force is, it was a series in the Mega Man franchise for the DS that was very similar to sort of RPG.
And I think it's the same thing applied to the Mega Man Zero series. I haven't played any games for that series yet, but it does look really good for the GBA standards.
With many chips you can install to upgrade Mega Man's skill. This series was pretty popular among the Compound Network series, but back when this sub-series was released, it didn't do so well financially. This sub-series is by far the least selling sub-series in the entire Mega Man franchise. That's also probably the
And also maybe the least popular, but that's probably just me.
reason why it was the last series to ever grace a Mega Man franchise, aside from you, but I really wish you were to ever grace a Mega Man franchise. That's also probably the reason why it was the last series to ever grace a Mega Man franchise, aside from you, but I really wish you were here right now.
I've heard mixed reviews. As a matter of fact, hold on, I do have this game. Y'all dare me to play this? Y'all dare me to play this? Because I probably will if you want me to. I've heard mixed reviews. Some people they say they hate it. Some people say they love it and think it's overhated. What do y'all think?
Anyway, because of poor and disappointing sales of Mega Man Star Force 2 and 3, Mega Man Star Force...
Oh, 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. So same thing happened with the... I think the same thing... This is not the first time this happened. The Power Up and Maverick Hunter X, I guess once a year for enough to have a sequel. So yeah.
Ended up being cancelled while being in production in 2010. But what was the other part of Mega Man Star Force 4? Well, originally, this game was going to have a much darker and edgier plot than the other 3 Mega Man Star Force games that came before it. Steelar and Kazuma were the 2 main characters in this game. It was going to focus on both of them being outlaws. There isn't really much more known about this plot, but we could assume that it was a different take on what the first Star Force games were. In my opinion, this game sounds like it could have been super cool. There was a ton of potential for it. Sounds like it could have been
POV finally beat all the Mega Man World games.
Cool. There was a ton of potential for Mega Man Star Force 4. I'm super curious what it would have been like to have a bit of a darker plot than the other Star Force games. It's such a shame.
I hope it get Mega Man X9 in the future and hope it doesn't get cancelled.
The Star Force series didn't sell well and this game was cancelled. I would really want to see a Mega Man Star Force collection like...
Hold on. My man just predicted the future.
It was cancelled. I would...
This man just predicted the future.
Really want to see a Mega Man Star Force collection like they did with the Bound Hour collection. That would be very cool. But overall, Mega Man Star Force 4 was a game with a bunch of potential that was sadly scrapped to the because of the poor sales of the Star Force series, which really just breaks my heart. It's really sad. This next game is Mega Man Anniversary Collection for the Game Boy Advance, also known as Mega Man Mania for the Game Boy Advance, as some other people call it. It featured remakes of all 5 of the Game Boy Mega Man games in full color. Nowadays, you can experience these games in color with fan-made DX hacks of the Mega Man Game Boy games. But imagine how cool it would have been to experience these games.
This cover looks like the same thing as the Anniversary Collection. I mean, technically it is on the GBA and with the Game Boy games, and they had one with
in full color back in the 2000s. Now, this game was cancelled due to a ton of delays. A bunch of procrastinating was
That's not the first. Didn't Mighty Number 9 go through a lot of delays too?
Made from Capcom, even though this was a super simple game to make. All you had to do was add color to 5 pre-existing games. The only thing you really needed to code was game select, making it Capcom.
I bet if this would happen, I hope there will be a Mega Man World Legacy Collection or something to make up with for the scrapped Mega Man Mania for GBA.
Is it really that difficult? Anyway, this could have been a cool way to play the Mega Man World game.
And I could have sworn I've seen someone say that this game scrapped because the source code got lost or whatever.
It's a huge shame. I'm sure Capcom was working with a bunch of other games at the time, but it's literally...
Wait, hold on. Why was Mega Man X8 there? Was
I'm
it
sure Capcom was working with a bunch of other
Monster Hunter, Resident Evil, whatever?
games at the time, but it's literally just colored remasters of Game Boy games you've already released, Capcom. Why did you take this away from us? But aside from the ranting, maybe it's a good thing this game never got released, because I've heard bad things about Mega Man Anniversary Collection on GameCube. But who knows, maybe this game would have actually been like that game, and could have been an incredible remake of the Mega Man World series, without any of the annoying rules. Overall though, this may not be Mega Man World series, without any of the
I'm sorry, you can find any reservations.
annoying rules. Overall though,
Oh.
this may not be the saddest case on this list, but I sure wish we had definitive DX for...
Well, we do have, I believe there are some second markets or whatever. Hold on. But something like this, I've seen this a few times. I don't know if it's actually real or is it could just be clickbait. But I mean, it's on eBay, so yeah.
of this game. Speaking of which, those actually exist. As I mentioned before, there's these really cool DX sets of the first 5 Mega Man World games to give the true Mega Man Game Boy experience. It's super cool, and if you haven't already, you should check it out because it's a super cool fan-made ROM hack. But with all that said, and a shout out to the DX ROM hacks of the Mega Man World games, let's move back to the DX, to the D-hack.
Hopefully could be the second version of Quit.
But with all that said, and a shout out to the DX ROM hacks of the Mega Man World games, let's move back to the DX. Mega Man is otherwise known as Mega Man
what?
ZXC.
EXE.
Mega Man is otherwise known as Mega Man ZXC during development. Was supposed to be a sequel to Mega Man ZX Advent, and overall the third Mega Man ZX game that would finally wrap up the entire story of...
Well, I guess nowadays, I guess CX Advent will wrap it up. I don't know.
The Zero Saga, and would have ended the ZX trilogy with a nice little bow. However, ZX3 never ended up happening, and thus we may never know what the ending of ZX series for eternity. There's a Sarah game coming up on this list, but you probably know what that is already. Okay, I'll stop foreshadowing. Moving on from that ramble, the reason why this game was cancelled is the same reason as Mega Man Star Force 4. It's 2010. Regular people
I don't give a shit.
just weren't that interested in buying the Mega Man games anymore. Sure, Mega Man
But then I think Storm is coming to my house. And that's how the secret to ZX Headquarters sales. Oh well, it's just the same good thing we got a Legacy Collection.
ZX Advent sold pretty well. The other games like Star Force 2 and Star Force 3 didn't really sell that well, as I mentioned. But with the very weird and confusing fanfiction-y writing of Mega Man ZX Advent, I doubt that this game would have been that well of a developed ending. Still, any ending to the entire Zero series would be great. An ending to the ZX series. Maybe it would even tease Mega Man Legends, as that series takes place thousands of years after this one. But oh well, I guess us Mega Man fans can't have nice things from Capcom, who hate the series for some reason. At least we can wonder about what Mega Man ZX3 would have been the finale to the unfinished series comes in. Even though ZX Advent had bad writing and fanfiction-y writing, I would really want to see what Mega Man ZX3 could have been about. Now, let's move on to one of the first and most tragic cancelled Mega Man games I ever came across. Mega Man Powered Up was a remake of Mega Man 1 released in 2006 for the PlayStation Portable. This game, Mega Man Universe, was announced in 2010, and you can probably see where this is going already. But I still want to talk about it because this is the most interesting game in the batch. The trailer for this game was rather interesting as well. It showed a claymation Mega Man fighting Tellies, and a red Mega Man, and even Ryu from Street Fighter series appears in this teaser as well. There's even a cameo of Bad Box Art Mega Man. Do I really need to say anything else? Anyway, people were extremely
I think that was in also an OE game, I believe.
hyped for this game, as it would not only be a remake,
Hold
but
on.
people were
POV fans when they reacted to today about the Mega Man Star First Legacy Collection.
extremely hyped for this game, as it would not only be a remake
Well, at least
of Mega
Mega
Man
Man fans, at
2,
least.
but it was also going to have a custom level editor where you could make your own stages and share them online with other players. Nowadays, you can just play Mega Man Maker to make your own stages, but back then, a fan game like that didn't exist. Technically, in Mega Man Powered Up, there was a level design tool, but that was very lackluster, and obviously there weren't a lot of tools because of how little stock there was in the original Mega Man game. But there wasn't really a lot of new stuff they added either. But this level designer looks like it would have been revolutionary and probably could have been the new Mario Maker back in 2010. However,
Yeah.
as you probably know, this game with
I was about to say something, but I forgot. Whatever.
a ton of potential could have become a popular and supportive Mega Man game, but it sadly suffered the fate of being cancelled because of overambition and mismanagement at Capcom when developing this game. On March of 2011, this game would be cancelled.
About 2011. I was born in 2012. Whoa. I was born in 2012, so this game got canceled before I even existed.
And yet another great Mega Man game would slide away from us. Even though this game's cancellation was disappointing and tragic, at least we have Mega Man Maker nowadays. I've played this game since 2022, and the community is still flowing and making awesome levels in this game.